Hopes playing some youngsters early in his term here, but they are playing some outstanding defense.
This is Nathaniel Pete out of the backfield. He is spun around
and protecting the ball. That gives you a chance to win every single week.
Fake the stretch play, a little misdirection, and McKee is dropped.
He can change the game. That's what Antonio Pierce, their defensive coordinator, told us yesterday. He said he is a game changer.
That's not a shock. They are very deep on the defensive line. Arizona State rushes 5, and this is down the middle across the third for Stanford to set up first down.
Yeah, he should have been in that graphic to start the show, but Jurasic at 6'5", 235, big tight end.
They will weed out time as well, holding onto the football. Pete breaking tackles, and
excellent block by Tucker Fisk, the tight end, to free up Nathaniel Pete. A nice edge block. And
5 Oregon teams in their past. This is a different story at Arizona State as McKee throws it too high.
In the progression, Austin Jones swinging out, and he's wide open to Tanner McKee's right.
Hey, Mooley, the fullback, is in. We have fullbacks on both sides of this game as Joe put their hands on the field. 4-man rush. McKee. First down, Tanner McKee chased by 4.
Memorizing each and every step of a play.
Yeah, and then just getting it out in the huddle, just being able to give it to the other guys in the huddle is a tough chore. He's got a 30 defense across from him tonight.
He is 1 for 4 so far. It's third down, and McKee down the middle.
What a catch!
Down.
What a catch! What a throw! But Jurasic finishes it off. And if this is thrown anywhere else, it's gone.
I mean, come on, let's go, Benetti. First down, and a run for Stanford after the completion. They do get a...
You can see it. They caught him in the right personnel and were able to take advantage of it.
Play action, McKee, the California kid, has a wide open man across the...
On film, and you're impressed there, but when you get to see it live, the arm strength, the delivery, the act, huge names.
Like first overall pick names. McKee wants the wheel, got the wheel, down the sideline. It's still
the first possessions. It led to a punt at Arizona State, turned into points, but he's not missing on any here. Knew exactly once the linebacker
on the door. McKee wants a jump ball to the sideline.
Zone. It's jump balls. It's basically box out like basketball. Throw it up and let him go to work.
McKee throws it up.
Wow.
For Jurasic.
Wow.
And Hill and Fields bracketed him.
He is making a highlight reel tonight. That's about 3.
Stretch play for Jones and Stanford to the shorts.
It's incredible.
Just a brilliant play. As Tanner McKee sets to throw again, and he goes to the outside for Stanford. McKee, short set off the slant, and they do that so well.
And they waited it out. I mean, the patience of McKee waiting on Humphreys to free himself up.
Pete back in, counter play.
But ever since then, they've kept pace with Arizona State. Long matchup, and he just hesitated enough. Watch his body language on this throw is just for it on fourth down.
That's Filkins in motion. McKee to the sideline.
I mean, he is in a battle. Wanted Humphreys. He's traveled everywhere Humphreys has gone. Humphreys caught a slant on. Told us that we would use misdirection against Stanford.
McKee down the middle for a second down. McKee for Filkins out of the backfield.
Football, no doubt about it. Wears many hats in this program.
Pressure coming. This down the...
Thrown some impressive balls in this game. Jurasic on a couple, but looking one way. So you get the safety moving to his right, your left, knowing all of...
Careful on that limb. McKee to throw. He's got Jones down the middle.
Tanner McKee had to drive the ball down the field to Higgins. Watch the touch he puts on this one to Austin Jones. Nice.
People talk about arm angle, but pace of the ball is important too.
Extremely.
Pocket collapses this time. And
Key, all 6'6" of him, stand in the pocket and eat him up with different velocities and how.
Two defensive players. He considers 25 of them starting potential. Stretch play for Jones. He's hit high. Johnson finished him off. Ball's loose. Ball is up. Stanford's converted 3rd and 13 and 3rd and 10 twice. This is 19 to go for McKee. Jones going to have to do a lot of work here. Pressure came. He gets it off for Pete. Down he goes as a mark.
Legal block in the back. Offense number 78. Now penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Mention how he's like Barry Sanders. You got to get him in the game now. McKee in their wide receiver core. You see Colby Bowman is checked in. Second and forever. McKee wanted the screen.
There's nowhere to go, so you can't throw it down the field because you have linemen releasing. There were 1,000 downs for Stanford.
He's in the slot closest to the formation. McKee was looking that way. Instead, it's Jones to the fourth.
Describe it. He's got it.
It's a great way to put it. First down for McKee. No timeouts for Stanford. Jurasik across. Clock moving under 30 seconds. Huge drive for Stanford. This is tipped and eventually caught. The official got in the. Get it down to 13 seconds. Got to hustle here. Maybe only 2 plays left. McKee to the sideline, and this is tipped, and it's picked.
It's intended for Silas Starr. Going to throw him a little back shoulder fade, or fade stop is what we called it. It's there. Should have been state defensive unit.
First down for Stanford. Pressure at the.
Amazing.
We saw Soley back in after the targeting foul kept him out for the first half of this game. Back to the bread and butter on the slant for
Higgins. Goes about 6'3", 235 pounds. So he's almost like a tight end.
Humphrey, more of Markham. Pressure coming immediately. McKee kept.
Slow to get up is Tyler Johnson, who stayed at home here. Didn't take the bait.
3rd and 5. Tanner McKee scanning, firing down the seam on the.
Humphreys comes backside and finds Higgins right down the seam. A nice adjustment, gets right back to the seam.
Gain of 25, longest play for Stanford. And now Pete looking for an avenue, and off the spin, he just. Stretch play goes
Jurasik.
Instead, way up high from McKee.
He's going to take the field goal here. Who's your best cover man? I thought it was Chase Lucas, but no, he pointed to Jack. Michigan has this year. I think this is the year that they actually take down Ohio State.
Maybe a playoff team? Michigan?
Possibly.
Playoff? Jones out of the backfield, and he is hit. Yeah, he said I was done dealing with him. I didn't want to face him anymore. Soley got in there, and this is juggled and eventually intercepted. Jack Jones had it first.
Let's see if Dad gets that ball. He stared it down, went to the slant anyway. Ball's being bobbled around, and it finally lands into the hands of DeAndre Pierce.
It almost looked to me on the replay, Andre, like Jones knew what he was doing, tossing it to him.
It looked that way initially, but I don't know if he ever really had. I think he did toss it to him. He's trained hard. I got Wilder in this one.
I'm just amped for it after hearing Cart talk. Second down, McKee. Jurasik
is making a future for himself right here tonight. That's the 3rd big-time catch. And there's Jones again getting in on the action. Jack Jones, but so
at Stanford. That one to the side. Basically everything through the air for Stanford. Incomplete. So they've turned almost exclusively to the passing game you're talking about. Here's a run on the draw, and that's not going to go for Pete. And getting coached by his teammates. Jones on the draw. McKee, quick set, immediate.
I know his dad's up watching tonight, seeing his
Opportunity. He feels a good type of pressure, he told me, too, representing his people, telling me he can't fail. For every opportunities for the next Hispanic American football coach just won't be there. That's just the reality of it.
Ross Humphreys, the injured party for Stanford. And McKee to throw to the sideline, man coverage.
But the back end, when they have gone to man, you can see it. Just crawled up in there tight.
It's a backfield for Arizona State, which has played very well in recent weeks. And another sack.
That's one of those players when you're talking about Robert Rodriguez and a development of a player. Tyler Johnson made himself. All right, he's a 3-down player at defensive end.
Stanford has to get to the 35. The completion. It's it coming back is this play. Tanner McKee, a little freeze, and he gets hit, and he goes.
An interception and a little handoff or flip for a touchdown.
This is Nathaniel Pete. By the way, you were so good.
Defense. There's some outside or head-up alignment. They were giving up slants to strong receivers.
Here's Pete again. Andre, I cannot help.
So the proper plays called.
But when you're down all these receivers like Stanford is, how easy is it to make
Inside route to give him something else to go to.
This is 4th down. 4-man rush. Higgins over the top. That's
Nice
a beautiful
by Tanner McKee. I mean, he's already on Mel Kiper's big board. Incredible catches. The throws to lead to that have been outstanding.
This is tapped.
That's very late. Mr. Norman Lott. Half the practice on the practice squad or the scout team.
Oh, that was, you want to make the guy sit up next week. If anything is prolonged, yes, that's fighting, something like that. Just flag him and move on.
Thank you, Matt. Good stuff. 2nd down. Davis showing corner blitz. He got picked up.
Pass interference, defense number 34. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul on that first down.
Against Urasic. Boy, I really like him as a player. Good route runner. Solely hadn't dialed it back yet, has he?
He has not. This is tipped and